Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Manchester United are planning a €50 million bid for Cody Gakpo once the January transfer window opens. That's according to Jason Burt from The Telegraph. And he's also mentioned that Cody Gakpo wants to join Manchester United and work under Erik ten Hag. Cody Gakpo is Manchester United's #1 January transfer target. PSV have already made it clear that they want over 40 million. Cody Gakpo is a winger. He's still young, got a lot of development in him. So far, he's spent his entire playing career with PSV, risen up their academy. He's been at PSV since 2007, so he's been with them a good, 15 years or so. He made his senior debut back in February 2018, and he's made over 100 appearances for PSV. He's under contract with PSV until 2026. Now, I want to give you some news on Herrera. So, Herrera breaks down in tears while discussing his painful Manchester United exit in 2019. Herrera, when he was at Manchester United, he made 189 appearances. And he helped the club win the Europa League, the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. Herrera was at Manchester United from 2014 to 2019. Man United let Herrera go on a free transfer to PSG. Now Herrera is out on loan with Atletico Bilbao. So that's the news on him. But like I say, not long now until the January transfer window opens. The January transfer window will be Erik ten Hag's second transfer window as Man United manager. So far, he's enjoyed one transfer window as Ten Hag, and he's brought 6 additions to the squad. He brought Terrell Malacia in, Christian Eriksen, Lisandro Martinez, Casemiro, Anthony and Martin Dubravka. Erik ten Hag has spent over 200 million so far as Manchester United manager. Let me put into the equation that Erik ten Hag has let players go as well. But despite that, he's still inheriting players from other managerial eras. So the players we've seen leave Manchester United this year, of course, we let Lingard go on the free to Nottingham Forest. We let Cavani and Mata leave on free transfers. Pogba and Matic both left on free transfers. Pogba went back to Juventus and Matic went to Roma, so he's been reuniting with Jose Mourinho. Man United sold Andres Pereira to Fulham, sold James Garner to Everton. Don't forget Ronaldo got sacked not so long ago. Recently Ronaldo was training at his former club Real Madrid following his Man United exit. Not too sure where Ronaldo's going to go. Erik ten Hag came out and actually said that Ronaldo never told him he wanted to leave. Erik Ten Hag's obviously looking to replace Ronaldo in January. Don't forget we loaned Alex Telles out to Sevilla. We loaned Eric Bailly out to Marseille. Loaned Dean Henderson out to Nottingham Forest earlier on this year. Lee Grant left the club. Loaned Ethan Laird out to QPR, loaned Hannibal Meadsborough out to Birmingham, and loaned Amad Diallo Traore out to Sunderland. So they're a lot of the players that have departed the club this year, and certainly next year, you know, Ten Hag will be getting rid of more players. Like I've said, next year, I think he'll get rid of Telles permanently, get rid of Bailly permanently. I think he'll get rid of Dean Henderson permanently. He'll get rid of Tom Eaton as well, because Tom Eaton don't get in goal much, does he? He's Man United's third choice goalkeeper, with Man United getting Martin Dubravka on loan from Newcastle. Heaton did come on in the 1-0 defeat to Real Betis. At the time we brought Tom Eaton in, though, we brought him in as a backup to David De Gea. Man United got Tom Eaton on a free transfer from Aston Villa. Ten Hag will get rid of Phil Jones as well, because he don't get in the team. He'll get rid of Brandon Williams. Obviously, Brandon Williams played against Real Betis. He played against Cadiz. Just come back from injury not so long ago. Last season was out on loan with Norwich. Ten Hag will also get rid of Tuanzebe. He's another one that doesn't really get in the team. I think he's still injured at the moment. Last season, Tuanzebe was out on loan with Villa. He's enjoyed 3 loan spells with Aston Villa. Ten Hag will also get rid of Harry Maguire, because Harry Maguire's already been told that he can leave the club in January for the sake of his career. He'll get rid of Wan-Bissaka. I heard earlier on this year that Wan-Bissaka could be going back to Crystal Palace. That's where he was before he came to Man United. Bissaka can't get in the Man United team much, because Diego Dalot is Manchester United's first choice right back. Bissaka, though, you know, played against Real Betis. He also played against Cadiz. Only because obviously a lot of the players were at the World Cup. Fred, it said a few weeks ago that Ten Hag's already decided to sell him. You know the news regarding Marcus Rashford. PSG are interested in signing Marcus Rashford on a free transfer. Not so long ago, the PSG president confirmed that. PSG are willing to offer Marcus Rashford a huge salary. Man United are demanding 80 million for Rashford. You know, Rashford is enjoying a very good season to his standards. He just needs to be more clinical in front of goal. He has over 100 goals for Man United. You know, he has been part of the club for a long time, came up our academy. Back in September, he got named Premier League Player of the Month. And to Rashford's credit, you know, he did well for England during the World Cup. He got a good 3 or 4 goals. Rashford's out of contract, by the way, in the summer. It said not so long ago that Man United will offer Marcus Rashford a new long-term deal. But we are worried that we may have to sell him. It's possible next year that Ten Hag could also get rid of Anthony Martial, but there's actually a lot of United fans that want Anthony Martial to stay at the club. So there you go. And not so long ago, I gave you the news regarding Jadon Sancho. Erik Ten Hag reveals that Jadon Sancho is not physically or mentally ready to play. Ten Hag came out and said he's unsure when Jadon Sancho will make his Manchester United return. But Erik Ten Hag, you know, he's been the Man United manager now for a good, 5 or 6 months. You know, I think he's a good manager. You know, this is his first full season as Man United manager. He does need time. Like I've said, his expectations this season is to get Man United a top 4 finish. If he could win a trophy this season, that'd be even better. You know, Ten Hag, earlier on this year, got named Premier League Manager of the Month, don't forget. He replaced Ralph Rangnick earlier on this year. Ten Hag is under contract with Man United until 2025. And he's Man United's 5th permanent manager since Sir Alex Ferguson. You know, don't forget, Ten Hag was the one that recommended Mitchell van der Gaag and Steve McLaren in. He did. And revert back to when Erik Ten Hag was at Ajax, he did very well because, you know, he won Eredivisie titles, he won Dutch Cups back in 2019, got Ajax to the Champions League semi-finals, and he developed the young players well. And before, Ten Hag's managed Utrecht, Bayern Munich's reserves, and Go Ahead Eagles. And you know the news regarding the Glazers and that. Obviously, Erik Ten Hag is excited by the Glazers sale. The Glazers have set an asking price of between 6 to 7 billion to sell Manchester United. You know, the Glazers want to sell Man United this season. If they are to sell the club this season, a deal is likely to be done by March. You know, Man United should have new owners by the end of the season. But we have got to get the Glazers out of the club because, like I said, they've been a massive issue at the club for such a long time. And for such a long time, United fans have been protesting against the Glazers. You know, the Glazers have owned Man United for, 17 years. They purchased the club for around 790 million back in 2005. As you all know, it said not so long ago that Amazon were interested in buying Manchester United from the Glazer family. Amazon is an American multinational technology company. Quite a few weeks ago, it said that Apple were interested in buying the club as well, but then it came out saying they weren't interested. Sir Jim Ratcliffe for quite some time has been interested in buying the club. Ortega's been interested in buying Man United as well. So yeah. By the way, on my next video, yes, I will be giving you the player ratings for Man United's 1-0 defeat to Real Betis last weekend. So yeah, join me for that. So anyway guys, that's everything to update with. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel if you do. Consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very soon.